Hello. I hope everybody got a chance to look at the first video we put out a while back. We just wanted to kind of tell a little bit of the history, what led up to everything. And there's a few things that I did not get a really good chance to add and explain, which I would like to do right now. We're going to try to keep this a lot shorter than the last time. But the biggest thing I want to do is, back about 3 years ago, I realized by some mail I got from Crop Production Services that they were overcharging on interest. So I tried to get that squared away. In order to get it squared away, I had to ask for a discovery. In my discovery, I asked for all my invoices and statements and an agreement for them to charge interest. The only thing they sent me were some invoices from 2014. Now, the law states that anybody can ask for a discovery at any time, and they have to turn it over to you. In the case of an attorney refusing to turn over a discovery, like in this case, from what I read and what an attorney has told me, he will lose his license for refusing to turn over a discovery, which is also the evidence I need to prove my case. We're going to try to put the camera this time right on some of these papers so I can make it be hopefully a lot easier to explain if you can see exactly what I'm doing. In a letter I got from J. Trent Snavely, it says, with regard to your request for all the invoices and statements going back to the time that you started doing business with Royster Clark, you already have this information. Every invoice and statement that has been sent to you on a regular and routine basis during the period of time for which you did business with Royster Clark and Crop Production Services. I cannot understand why you claim you don't have this information. Also, I find it quite remarkable that you're challenging the interest. Okay, now if you go back and look at a lot of these invoices, it shows where they were charging 24%, 2% a month. And they're all like that. And you keep going back 24%. Here's a copy of the credit agreement which states you can only charge 18%. Now, I talked to a couple of attorneys on this, and they said since CPS refused to live up to this contract from day one, they for 7 or 8 years charged a higher rate of interest than what they were allowed to. That means this is not a binding contract. So if they have this credit agreement from way back in 2005, I am sure that they have all my other invoices and statements too, which I needed. And if you look at this, well, you can see where apparently when they first put this out, well, let me jump to this other one. Here's one of Snavely's exhibits, Exhibit A. He had my social security number and everything out there for everybody to see. That's something an attorney is not allowed to do. And the clerk of courts is all supposed to do double check to make sure it's not out there. And if you look at the top, you can see where this is from the Shelby County Clerk of Courts website. So there's stuff that Snavely and the Clerk of Courts have both screwed up on. Now, since they have to turn over a discovery that I asked for, I sent a copy of this to Jeff Ulenhanke, I think is the way it's pronounced, and he refused to do anything about it. I sent a copy to J. Trent. He refused to do anything about it. So eventually, I filed a request for discovery of production of documents. The judge would not even look at it. And I asked an attorney friend of mine what I could do next. He said, file a motion to compel the sanctions, which I did. He said the judge has to force CPS and the attorney to turn over the documents I asked for. And if he doesn't, they can have any type of sanctions from a slap on the wrist to the case being thrown out to sit in jail for a while. Now, there must have been a reason why they refused to turn over the discovery that I asked for. And if you look on July the 31st, 2015, it showed I owed $29,011. They charged $390.07 interest. Now, if you go up to this next page, on November the 25th, it showed I owed $30,000. So they kept adding that interest every month, which is about right. Now, in December of that year, they recalculated the interest where they had been overcharging just for the 2014 year. And they dropped my bill down to $28,225. Okay, you should have added another $390 to this one. So basically, from that period of the month, they took about $2,300 off of my bill for what they'd overcharged in interest. So now you do a little bit of figuring on it. $390 interest at 2% comes up to a principal balance of $19,500 and a few odd dollars. Then on the spreadsheet, it shows I have a principal balance of $24,577. There's $5,000 difference. And because he took the extra interest money off, that should never have ever affected that principal, especially when there's $5,000 difference. Now, where's the problem? There's a major problem with their books. And if you don't think there's been problems right along, we'll get back to some of these invoices back here in statements. If you look at this customer number here, 0743-. You go to this customer number, it's the same thing. Go to this customer number, it's 743, or yes, dash. There's no zero in front of it. Go to this customer number, it's 7430 with no dash in it. That makes 1, 2, 3 different accounts. Why would there be 3 different accounts in my name? This is just of the few papers I was able to find. Now, I'm sure that if I would have got the rest of the discovery that I asked for, it would have probably showed a lot more. And if you also look a little bit closer, you will see that Richelieu House zip code is 45364. It's not. It's 45363 as this one here is. You go back up to 364, another 364. My area code is 937. They have a 330. Now, why did they put all these accounts in my name? I checked with several other people who dealt with CPS during this time, and they pulled all their invoices out and their statements. And every one that I saw showed the whole way, through all those years, that the numbers never changed. Now, why do they have so many different accounts in my name? How many more be out there? Is it because they were billing me for products I didn't get? Could it be that somebody at the company was trying to embezzle some money? Could it be that the company was trying to get out of paying taxes? There's a bunch of different things it could have been. I can't say any one in particular, but there's something that's definitely not right. And I passed a copy of a lot of these papers on to somebody out of this area that works for CPS. And they did a little bit of digging, and they found all this stuff too. And they said the $36,000 I just got screwed out of on this deal is only a fraction of what I actually had gotten screwed out of. So I want everybody to watch your bills, especially with CPS. I've dealt with a lot of other places, no problem. The only other one we ever had trouble with was Minster Farmers, and I talked a little bit about that on the first video, and we'll be coming back here before too long, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And I just wanted to show you things that you need to watch for. And hopefully you'll catch things that somebody might be trying to cheat you out of, or they've been double billing you for. I talked to 3 of my brothers, and they quit dealing with CPS because they were constantly getting double billed for products they never got. And I talked to other people who had the same problem. So even on the invoices that he gave me from 2014, there's a couple invoices I don't think are mine. I think I just got stuck with some invoices that belonged to somebody else, or maybe they didn't belong to anybody, they just made them up. So, if anybody gets a chance, go through your records, and if you see where there's been much problem, don't seem to pay to go do much with the courts, because they don't seem to ever want to be on the side of the little guy. May end up having to file a class action lawsuit, get this thing settled. Thank you.